Well, hello and welcome to something a little bit different. This is a Need for Speed Underground 2, but it technically isn't. What I mean by that is this is a game called Heatwarped. It's being developed by Sea Lime Studios, and so far the demo literally released as I'm filming this yesterday. Essentially, this is what Need for Speed Underground 2 would look like if it was made today. As you can see, if we go over to the options, you can see you've got your options for video. You've got quite a fair few things you can go ahead and choose from. I've got it set on the settings that are actually going to run on my potato of a PC, so let's go ahead and jump into it and see how this works. So apparently to progress, we need to go ahead and make ourselves a save file. So let's go ahead and make a profile, shall we? We need to go ahead and enter in our player name. Thankfully, I have a keyboard, so I can go ahead and just type very, very quickly if I can remember how to spell my own name. There we go. Right, let's go ahead and go over to... Where's the one to enter? Is it this one? It is this. There we go. Profile has been created. I've never played this game before, but I spent a lot of my life on Need for Speed Underground 2, so let's go ahead and see how this compares. So, as you can see, as we load in, we are loading in to an area that I don't know. I did see the name of it, and then I promptly forgot what it is. We've got ourselves a system message over here saying, welcome to the demo version of Heatwarped. To join your first race, follow the green arrow to the meeting spot, and apparently there's also a, quote, rave forum app as well. So... let's go ahead and go drive, I guess. What was the button to bring up the phone again? Hold on, you're telling me this game has an interior mode as well? Right, now, how do I move? That's the question. How do I move? What are my controls? I have forgotten. I say forgotten, honestly, I just didn't look. So, by the looks of things, apparently it is controlled with the right stick or the A button? Am I missing something? Okay, so apparently down on the D-pad is what I used to go ahead and open up the phone. And apparently I can go ahead and just use the phone from here. That's... oh, hold on, it has a camera? Oh, that's cool. Hold on, I could get my thumbnail photo from this. This doesn't help with the controls, though. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, good news, everybody. I found out how to drive. That's bad news for anybody else on the road. Right, let's go ahead and drive and see where we're going. Let's go ahead and follow this green arrow. And while I think about it, I'm also going to go ahead and just change those units over, because kilometers, I don't understand. Right, away we go. Now we're back in miles an hour. This is a little easier. Oh, God, I've crashed into someone. Right, I've done some setting changes. Hopefully it should help us now with this game running a little smoother. Let's go ahead, pull up to this interesting little car race drive thing just here. Press accept, jump into it, and see what we've got. Here we go. We've got ourselves our first cutscene. I don't know what to expect. Oh, we can go ahead and skip it. Okay, right, let's go ahead. And 3, 2, 1, away we go with the something. I don't know what this thing's called. I've just started the game. Though so far it does seem to be very, very cool because like I said earlier, I spent most of my life playing Need for Speed Underground 2 when I was younger. In fact, it is the very game that actually kicked off this very channel. So it is very, very cool to see a little indie studio picking up something like this and basically bringing it back to life. Especially as Need for Speed as a game series itself has pretty much been, I guess, just killed off by EA at this point. Although if I remember rightly, EA did just get bought out, so there is potentially a chance to have, I guess, Need for Speed come back. I've got to say though, the dev team behind this have done an absolutely fantastic job of, I guess, like really capturing that feel of the original games. And there's also an interior as well, which I was not expecting and something we definitely did not have back on the PS2 days. In the meantime though, around we go. Oh my God, wait, I can break that? Apparently I can break that, but I can't break that that lorry back there. I've got to say though, something I do like about this game is with, of course, a few tweaks just to get it up and running. It does run beautifully on pretty much my potato-powered PC. For those of you wondering, I have 3 programs open at the moment. Technically 4. I've got Task Manager, OBS, and this game and my sound recorder. And somehow, on top of all of that, this game is still playing really, really well. Also, I've just looked at the top right and I've realised I've done something stupid. I've got my entire channel name there, but I've forgotten the 2 at the end of it. Either way, let's just go ahead and make our way around to here and... oh, okay, bye. I think they're having a bad day. Also, I just found out apparently the A button is my handbrake. There is, of course, a few stutters here and there because, like I say, I'm playing this on basically a potato PC, so honestly, it's a surprise that this game's still running at all. But I've got to say, so far, it's actually quite a fair bit of fun. Now all I've got to do is find where the end of this race is, because honestly, I've got no idea, but by the looks of things on the minimap, it should be just up here somewhere. That's a car, and across we go. I don't know how we won that, but we did it. And apparently we got $2,000 from that as well. Right, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings. We are driving the Mura Nerine. Is that how I say it? Oh, I don't know. Either way, though, we got ourselves a message saying apparently that was some nice driving. I'm not so sure I called my driving nice, but thank you. And apparently there's also directions for a shop as well. We can go ahead and add a few things to our car. And as you can see, this really does channel Need for Speed Underground 2 so well. Because, I mean, just look at it. The map looks basically identical. Honestly, I'm wondering how close this game is to actually getting a lawsuit from EA. It's genuinely Kind of concerning how close this is to the old school underground games. However, we are now over in the shop where we can go ahead and get ourselves some parts. They say they recommend prioritizing rather the, I guess, parts and stuff that we can do to this thing. We've got 2,000 to work with. Oh no, apparently we have 3,500. Okay, we'll go ahead and see. What can we do? We can put NOS in this thing. Yes, please. We'll go with a cheap turbo, and let's see. Can we put anything else in there? No, not quite. Do we want to go ahead and purchase these items? Yes, we do. Let's also go ahead and have a quick look at body kits, what we have for this thing. I'm sorry, one of the body kits is called the Tipex. And apparently we can go up to the Fangs body kit too, but that's actually kind of cool. I like this. We also have plenty of rims to choose from. How cool is that? And you can do both the rear rims and the front rims separately. As for the headlights, you can go ahead and change those how you wish. You can change the hood as well. We're actually going to go ahead and do that. And we can also, well, we can't change the mirrors yet, but we can go ahead and put a little roof scoop on there. Or we can go ahead and put louvers on the back of this thing as well. We also have the options for a lot of different wings. This one's called the Ducky, and just for that name, I'm taking it. Right, let's go ahead and get those items. We've done a few body mods to this thing. Can we go ahead and change the visuals? We can. How much to repaint this thing? This genuinely reminds me so much of Underground 2. This is unreal. Right, that's $200. We have $200 in our bank, and now we are broke. There's also so many more options as well. Oh, wait, no, that's just the options for the menu. I'm stupid. Right, we've got ourselves a weather alert. What do we have? Heavy rain and wind are expected in Ratfield. It's called Ratfield. Oh, I'm sorry, that's too good. It's too good. We also have NOS now, so we can go ahead, find the NOS button, and there we go. Oh, God, this is actually quite quick. Now, do we have the option for a map? I have no idea. Apparently we do. And let's see, where do we go from here? Apparently we have ourselves a sprint race over here, so let's go ahead and follow the GPS there. And by the looks of things, the closer you get to vehicles, so some near misses like that, also gets you NOS as well. Again, this genuinely just feels like Underground 2. And to be honest, it's also running like it does back in Underground 2. My computer is having all sorts of problems trying to film and trying to play this game at the same time. It is not your video, it's my computer just casually melting. In the meantime though, let's go ahead and jump into this race. It tells us how to use NOS, although we've only just kind of learned how to do that already, but away we go. This is a little bit of what looks to be either a time attack or a sprint race or something. Either way, we've got ourselves another route we can take, so we'll go ahead and make our way up through here. We're doing pretty decent. We've got a car 2 hour left, although hopefully, oh, we've had a crunch, and somehow that's put us out in first. You know what? I'm not going to question it. I can't lie. The team over at Sea Lime Studios have genuinely done a really good job, and it's quite a faithful recreation of the, I guess, game it was based off of. I mean, yes, the car names are different, but that's most likely down to licensing. But you know what? I think they've done a really good job. Honestly, it's one of those games where I don't really think I have anything bad to say about it. And it's also a demo as well, so, you know, this thing's still not quite the finished product, but I've got to say, it's doing very well so far. Plus, anything that can play on my potato over PC is immediately a win. In the meantime, though, we've got some NOS, which goes very quickly. Let's try and see, though, if we can use every little bit of it to catch up to these racers ahead. And, excuse me, coming through. I can't lie, I'd honestly love to know what engine was used to create this, because it seems to be running really well. Could it be Unreal Engine? I don't know. Either way, though, I feel like I'm straight back into the early 2000s. That's a car. Also, something I've only just noticed, because I've just gone to the outside of this thing, is apparently this game also has crash physics and crash damage too. If I remember rightly, that's something the older games didn't quite have. Either way, across the finish line we go with a second place after all of that chaos. Apparently we were meant to win. Also, I love how one of the buttons down there, instead of quit, is just called give up. Okay, we'll go again. Right, let's try and see if we can not get pit maneuvered. We'll go ahead and use some NOS straight out of the gate and try and see if we can push some others into some cars. There we go, that's more like it. Do to them what they did to me last time. Honestly, part of me is thinking I probably should have gone for tyres, but oh well. I wonder if in this game you can go ahead and actually sell parts to make money back. I'm going to have a look at that and see if I can do that. Because we have ourselves an almighty turbo, and we have ourselves a few other things as well. We have some NOS, but we don't have much in the way of tyres. Well, don't honk at me, you drove into me. Right, let's try and see if we can keep ourselves in first place. We got here, we just have to stay here. Now, somewhere down here was that little shortcut that I found earlier. Can I get to it again? I think I might just be able to. There we go. Oh, you caught up quick. Let's just dive across there. No, you don't. Oh, God. First place is just there, but it's not quite going to be enough because there's a finish line. And we got second twice in a row. So we lost, but at least we lost consistently. Right, something I've got to have a look at is, do I have the option to go ahead and change my name to include the 2 that I forgot earlier? Oh, by the way, there's also a lot of this too. Also, apparently for the full release, they're going for a full open world. They've got different ways to play, 4-wheel heroes for rare car parts, and apparently they're also looking for a complete online thing too. Right, apparently we can go ahead and continue the demo, but there's no option for me to go ahead and actually change my name back. Oh dear. Okay, apparently we can go ahead and change the profile name, or is this just making a new profile for us to go ahead and do it all again? You know what, either way, I'll jump back into it. Sure, let's go. Also, hold on, I'm sorry, is that steering wheel a triangle? You know what, I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to question it at all. Right, so I've gone through and done a little bit more work on this thing, and apparently now we've got the option to go ahead and change the colours of these graphics and how they work, so I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can recreate my channel colours. Apparently we also have the option for window tint as well, so I'll go ahead and just do, okay, never mind, apparently not. I'm sorry, I can change the headlight colour of this thing? Oh, don't mind if I do. And there's neon as well. I'm sorry, this might just be Game of the Year. Well, now we're back with the profile, we're back with the car, and I have my proper name this time. Let's go ahead and go and do a little bit of exploring, shall we? Now that's something that I liked about the old school Need for Speed games. You could go ahead and explore. There are all sorts of hidden places for you to go ahead and have a look at, a bit like this, I guess, car park here. Can't lie, I went to go and drift and immediately crashed. What about here? Can I go and drift here in the middle of the road for no apparent reason? Apparently I can. Now I've got a race off this way, going off to our left. I don't know what it's going to be, but hopefully it's one that we can win. I'm sorry, they have their own version of Burger King. Hold on. Where is my phone? I need a photo of this. Oh, no, apparently it's Marcos Pancakes or Marcus Pancakes. And now I'm hungry. Again, I think I've just found myself yet another thumbnail photo. Still, we've got a race to do, so we can't spend all of our time just sitting around looking at pancakes and getting hungry, because we've got ourselves something just over here. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's time we go ahead and find out. What do we have to do here? Oh, city track drifting. All right, bet. Don't mind if I do. It's quite funny how I was drifting just now, and now it leads to this. I can't lie, it's almost like that's exactly what the game wanted me to do. Now, we're up against a few other people that I don't actually see anywhere, so let's just go ahead and go drifting. Oh, there's a drift cam as well. That's a wall. That's actually kind of cool, you know, how I've got like all this proper drift stuff. Another thing that'd be cooler is if I knew how to drive. I mean, to be fair, at least now I've got some points on the board, so you know what? I think that was worth it. Let's go ahead, haul the handbrake around here. There we go. Look at us go. Oh, we're doing really well, I say, while simultaneously being in last. Still, we've got 2 laps of this, so I should be able to make up some points. You know, this makes me wonder, actually, whether this game has an option for a clutch so I can clutch kick. Although, no, my luck, I clutch kick myself into a wall. And to be fair, that's probably not the greatest idea. Although, to be fair, I've gotten down how to drift in this game pretty well, so you know what? I am very happy indeed. Right, let's go ahead, throw this thing around. It actually drifts really nicely once you get this car going. Like, I'm not gonna lie, whoever did the drifting physics on this actually did a really good job. That or they're secretly a drifter too. I mean, to be fair, how cool would it be to say that you're a drifter who's worked on drift physics for games? Still, we've got ourselves the finish line, and across we go with the first place in drifting, as we should be. We've got ourselves another 2 grand for that, so I'm gonna go ahead and pile that into some more upgrades. Right, we've also got ourselves an unknown message. Apparently driving, quote, good enough might get you some wins, but if you want to make it really big, you need to do it in style. Well, let's go ahead and find some things to go do then, shall we? And apparently this is also what the rave forum is as well. And look at this. How cool is this? Apparently we've also got ourselves some records here too. We've got profiles. Go ahead and have a look at this. I can change my profile photo. I can change it to one of my car. Apparently you can also enter a status message. What is the 2000 status message? Hold on, I've thought of one. I know exactly what used to be said so much. Wait, where is it? Can I type, please? There we go, perfect. Apparently you can also go ahead and see our stats as well. Apparently we are rank C at the moment, but apparently we can do better than that. Well, okay, let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Like I said though, we need to go ahead and throw some hearts at this thing. I wonder if there's a way I can just fast travel to the shop. Maybe we can go and upgrade our nitrous, get some better tires, get another front bumper. Now, it's been however many minutes it's been of me recording this because I can't quite see my software because I've got a whole bunch of windows in the way. But honestly, I think this is a game that I can definitely tell I'm going to sink a lot of hours into. Now, we need some rims, and I'm going to go ahead and put some good rims on this thing. We'll go with... You can have eyeliner as rims. Something tells me that probably wouldn't work out too well, but we can have the eyeliner rim set. We can do that both front and back as well. Let's go ahead and get ourselves... Actually, you know what? No, I'm keeping the pop-ups. Oh, now, what a wing. I don't think we can have that because it might just take us over budget. Or can we? Oh, apparently we can get away with it. Okay. Right, can we go ahead and paint the rims? Yes, we can. Do that one, and we'll also go ahead and do that one. Oh, looking good. And now we can go ahead and have our neon. Let's go. This is looking really cool. I like this. And let me know what you think to Heatwarped as well. Do you think this game could be the next big Need for Speed? Do you think it emulates the old ones very well? I'm genuinely curious to know. If you want to go ahead and try this game out for yourself, it is currently available as a demo on Steam and via its own website, which will be linked in the description. In case you're wondering, I've not been paid to play this game. I've just just absolutely love the old school Underground 2 games, and I really wish somebody would port it over to PC. I know someone has kind of like made a mod for it, but this I think is the closest we're going to get to maybe something native. And honestly, I cannot wait for this to be a full release. As soon as it's a full release, I'm definitely buying this. Unless the people at Sea Lime Studios happen to have a spare copy, then, you know, I'll take that too. And like I said earlier, I genuinely have nothing bad to say about this game right now. I mean, yes, you could just say I might have been blinded by nostalgia because I absolutely adore the old school Need for Speed games, especially because that was the first game series I ever did actually end up playing. But I also think this game is just so cool. The people over at Sea Lime Studios have genuinely done an incredible job to make it this far. And like I said earlier, I genuinely cannot wait to see what the full build of this game is going to look like. Mostly because if it's anything like it is right now, it could be something absolutely brilliant. In the meantime though, that's my first little look at the Heatwarped demo. It is such a cool game so far, and if you get a chance to go ahead and check it out, then please do. Anyway, that's all from me in this interesting little vehicle. Oh, we can't get in there. Okay, maybe we have to go quicker to break the... No, okay. Right, so I found one fault with this game. However though, thank you very much for watching. That's all for this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff, and I'll go ahead and see you all in the next one. Tech out. See ya! I'm going to sink so many hours into this.